Have you spoken to a chaplain or a PTSD counselor? Because he also said this profile that we're discussing, why we're so similar. He said you guys will go to, the ends of the earth to save people, and he said that's also very dangerous for suicide. And
I
that's why I want to do this. That's the point of this podcast, is to make sure that our brothers and sisters have a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, and, I have spoken to a chaplain, and I've gone in and had various testing for PTSD and whatnot. Matter of fact, it's one of those things for me that's still ongoing at this point in time. So, I have not been, like, officially diagnosed or anything, but I know that I have some PTSD, man. I mean, like, my therapist will tell you that I have PTSD, and then it's not only from the childhood, the tough upbringing and whatnot, but it's also built upon all the things that we do in the military, and all the terrible things that we've had to see and experience, and all the really wonderful things too. I'm not saying it was all bad, because of course it's not. Um, but anyway, that PTSD point is, it's a journey for me. I feel rather guilty about it, I think is the word, because I know guys who have legitimate real issues with PTSD, and I just look at it like, it looks to me like, and it feels to me that maybe I'm just weak, you know what I mean? And I just can't deal with it, which is just a total bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I've dealt with so much, and I can deal with so much, man. I'm highly resilient. Um, but the PTSD thing, man, is that's a strange thing for me. And I don't really know where all my thoughts are on that, honestly, Mike, because so many of my buddies do have PTSD from terrible things that have happened to them, and I've had some pretty terrible things happen to me too. But I've always been able to somewhat separate myself from those memories and from those experiences. Like, I don't have flashbacks. I sleep just fine at night, and I know some really good friends who don't have that luxury. And so I feel a little bit guilty when the VA starts talking about PTSD, and when my therapist goes into it, and I don't know if it's, you know, um, some sort of, like, maybe survivor's guilt or something. I don't really know how to explain it, man. Other than, I look at it like, for me personally, I haven't done enough in my mind to warrant a PTSD diagnosis, and that's saying something, man, because I've seen some really terrible shit, and almost died in a helicopter, more times than I can freaking count.